What's up, YouTube? Another knife review of a knife that has not been on YouTube. Another first for YouTube. This is a Eka, made in Sweden. This is the Jof7, the Jof7. Very cool little knife. Wipe the oil off here. This is a hunting knife, a skinning knife. And Eka is a company that makes a lot of different old school style Scandinavian knives. This is more of one of their modern interpretations. Sandvik stainless steel. Bubinga wood handle. It's a South African wood known for beauty and hardness. Brass rivets. Really nice, what I think to be hand checkering done. The reason I say I think it's hand done is because it is impure. There are imperfections here and there. And on mine, if you see where the checkering runs through that hole in the lanyard hole, I've seen, when you look at pictures online, you know, some of them go halfway through, some of them don't touch it at all. And then when you see them down here, like I said, they don't even sit in the same place. I hate that that's not showing up as well on camera, but the checkering is really cool. Really beautiful. The wood is beautiful. It's a full tang knife, guys. It's not a rat tail tang either. It's a full tang all the way through. But what they've done is they've used one piece of wood. Kind of a cool design there. One piece of wood. And this is a hollow grind. It's very hollow, so it's very thin on the edge. I don't know if you can see how thin that edge is, but that tells you the thinness of the knife at the edge. When you have a very thin edge down here, the edge, when I'm saying the edge, the secondary bevel, the part that you can actually cut and sharpen and see, if that's very thin, then the steel is very thin right there. So this is probably going to make for an excellent skinning knife. I bought this knife more for my collection. I don't hunt that much anymore. I used to. You can see kind of there on the blade the Eka. It's got this really nicely located thumb rest for really getting in and up close with the game. It's got an excellent sheath, belt loop. Again, more of a traditional, what you might think of as a Western sheath, an American style sheath. It doesn't have a dangler. It's not molded. It's not what you think of as most of your traditional Swedish or Scandinavian knives. This is a joint venture that Eka got with all these hunting magazines in Sweden, and all those hunting magazines had input on what they would want in the ultimate hunting skinning knife. And I don't know if they've done that here, but it sure is nice. And I really loved the looks and the ideas of that blade. I mentioned I'm not into hunting, but guys, I am into prepping a little bit. No going nuts for me or anything, but I do, have in mind that this would probably be my best skinning knife if there was a zombie apocalypse or any type of survival situation worldwide. But mainly just for my collection, just to look at, play with, and talk about. Really nice knife. Eka makes great stuff. There's some other reviews on YouTube of some similar Ekas that have the bubinga wood and the same sort of full tang construction, one-piece wood, that maybe would make for better survival knives. One of them has a Scandi grind, but this one, like I said, hollow grind, secondary edge, and it came decently sharp after some stropping. It's not like some of my knives, but it's shaving hair off. You can see those hairs on there. There's no bald spot. It's not running across like a razor, but definitely hair splitting. And just kind of an overall unique, cool knife that maybe some of you would want to add to your collections. It's a shame there that my camera is not lighting better for this wood, because the wood on this knife is really beautiful. One of the nicer handles I own. And I've mentioned on some of my videos I do woodwork, and when you do your woodwork, For anybody who's sharpening their own knives, you work through the grits. Same thing with wood. When you start with a low grit wood to really remove some wood, and you make deep scratches, and then you have to slowly move up through the grits, through the higher grits, to remove those scratches. And when you have a really nicely finished piece of wood that's been finished with a high grit, just like when you see that smooth mirror polish on a knife, the wood just has this butter smooth feel to it. I mean, it really feels hand finished to me. I don't know if they hand sand these, but I do know that they use a beeswax and mineral oil finish, pardon me, which is sort of a traditional wood finish. So there's not a waterproof outside thick coating on this wood. I actually have mineral oil beeswax finish that I'm going to do a review of by Howard's Butcher Block mineral oil, and I've been using that on here just to continue to add protection. But anybody who has wood handled knives is going to know, they take just a little extra care. Sometimes you wouldn't want to let that wood dry out, and you wouldn't want to get it wet and wet and wet and wet and wet and stay wet all the time either. And I live in a pretty humid East Coast environment, and the summer months gets very humid, so I'll definitely be maintaining that wood every few months. But don't want to take too much of your time. If anybody has any questions, please let me know. I think it's a sweet little knife. It's a very small knife, nice handy size. One of the knife guys I like a lot on YouTube is Virtua Vice. I'm sure some of you guys have seen his videos. He's out of Japan, and he's so intelligent about knives and hunting, and he takes knives out into the field and cleans deer and shows you the difference. He'll say, here's this knife, here's that knife, here's this knife, as he's cleaning the deer. And just some of the best absolute reviews you've seen on YouTube. And he's definitely partial to convex edges from what I have seen, but I would love to see him use this knife and hear what he would have to say about this knife. Because like I said, a lot of big heads in Sweden did get together and put their heads together on this, but it is a hollow grind, so I don't know. He may not like that kind of design, but please let me know if you have any questions. Please sub, and hope you guys enjoyed my video. Thank you.